Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 8, week 8 of the Booty League podcast. As always, Chris and
What's up? What's up?
James. What's up,
Step bro.
step bro? That was a Freudian slip one time. All
Yes,
right.
sorry.
So our quick question of the day is thoughts on taking your lady to Cheesecake Factory for the first date. Do you guys seen the video or heard of
Is this a new TikTok
the
meme?
circulating?
I saw the list this morning.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like something that's been going off for context for the audience.
Yeah.
It's something that's been going on in the TikTok world. I don't follow
Mm.
it. It's just because like a couple like Stephen A. Smith and like Shannon Sharp reacted to like so that's the only reason I know about it. But so there's this viral video of this lady who would not get out of the car because her date took her to a cheesecake factory for
Really?
context
For
for
first date?
for a first date.
What the hell?
Um, I mean, I would just go first. Cheesecake Factory. Um, it's not like a nicer establishment, but it's a fine establishment. I'm not gonna like scoff at Cheesecake Factory, but
Mhm.
I certainly wouldn't get out of the car. Wouldn't not get out of the car for cheesecake. It's fine. Like it's not even like that cheap. It's like what $20 plates.
Yeah.
Got some like seafood dishes. It's not like you're taking them to uh like a Maze diner. I'm just spitballing here,
I don't
right?
know, man. He's diner though, dude. I don't
Right?
know.
It's not like that though. I mean, food's good, but it's not like that
Yeah,
type of
yeah, yeah,
vibe. So that's
yeah.
my opinion. Ain't nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory. I love the I think I remember getting some sort of like shrimp pasta there that was good.
Mm.
I don't know. I haven't had Cheesecake Factory in a long time, but
Yeah.
I think it's nothing's wrong with Cheesecake Factory.
I'll go next because I like James' answer the best. From the last time I went, I think the portions are just too big. Like I'm gonna look like a pig in front of my date. Like for me, like when food comes out, I have to finish the whole meal anyways. So yeah, I think the portions
Lobsters
are
are
too big.
for bitches, right? No lobsters for bitches.
Pretty much, pretty much. But yeah, I think for me, I feel like the portions are too big there, and the food's all right. So um, yeah, I don't think I would, but I don't see anything wrong with it either.
For
Yeah.
me, I think I saw the list. I think it was at like number one, and I gotta agree. I wouldn't say number one, but top five for sure. I would not. If a date took me to Cheesecake Factory, I wouldn't be into it. Because we're not in fucking high school anymore. This ain't homecoming. This ain't uh your boss only got approved for Cheesecake Factory to take their coworkers out for lunch and shit. So I wouldn't be into it.
What about actually Buca de Beppo? What opinions on a similar type? Have you guys been to Buca de Beppo?
I haven't been
I have
like
not.
years.
Bro, I
Yeah,
had
it's
a
been a long
gift
time.
card from I want to say like 2015, 16, 17. I had a $50 Buca de Beppo gift card since like Christmas of like 2017, I want to say. Finally used it in 2022. My God, their food sucked, dude. I wish I didn't use it was essentially free, right? Because I ordered $50 worth of Buca de Beppo for me and Alice to eat. But we already knew it wasn't like a nice establishment. We were like, this gift card's been burning a hole in my wallet. You want to just like get it to go on it because it's like obviously not like great. And
Should
so
have regifted it.
we got it like it's like as a meme to see if like the money we could still redeem it, right? Because it's been so
Okay.
long. It's
Okay.
been like a mainstay in my wallet. So we used it. Oh my! I wish I didn't use it, bro. That
Mm.
is like terrible. But yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory's food. It's like okay, you know,
Mhm.
but ain't nothing wrong in my opinion. Go ahead,
I,
James.
I got a bonus quick question for you guys. Now that we're halfway through fantasy football regular season,
Mhm.
what would you guys rather see? A brothers toilet finals? Let's say Jonathan and Topher or Royce and Ryan, or would you rather see the Eat Shit Bowl HIPAA
Or
finals?
don't forget you two, and then don't
Oh,
forget the Step Bros.
Oh,
Don't
that's the
forget the
Step
Vins
Bros
too.
Bowl.
the Vin. Well, I don't think Vin there will have a Vin
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Vinny toilet finals.
Anything is possible. He's on the start of a 3-game slide starting this week. You know what I mean?
I see. I see.
But or an eat shit. Oh man, this eat shit toilet bowl would be so spicy just because Michael started 0-7, and if he beat Timmy in that last toilet bowl game, like Timmy would just FF from the league. No.
I think so. Two Pete.
He's left the chat for less.
Yeah.
It's true. He has left the chat for less.
Yeah. I think personally I'd rather see a Ryan Royce Bowl because, this eat shit bowl is a mainstay in the toilet realm, right? It was there last year. It wasn't they didn't meet, but they were both there last year. Michael apparently has been in the toilet contention for 5 years in a row now. So
man, poor
I want
guy.
to see something different,
Okay.
I think I'd
What
rather
do
see
you
the Eat Shit Bowl. Like, I know we get it every year, once or twice a year, but like now we have some real stakes in on it.
Mhm.
And like the shit talking leading up to those matches are always immaculate. And I think it'd be pretty entertaining to see what a potential champ to back toilet would look like.
the
We haven't
high,
had the
the
stars
high,
aligned like this before.
the highest
Yeah.
highs and the lowest lows. Well, they're in
Oh.
each other's. Okay, next time they meet is week 12.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
round 2, and then also week 17 or whatever.
Yep.
Let's look at our shot bets this week. We have 4 videos, a good amount. Why we have so many videos is because of this first bet. Royce getting to the park on time after his concert. Couldn't believe it.
Crazy.
Everyone knows a shot there. Pretty much Jonathan's RB versus Royce's RBs. We divvy that up. Mike Mo versus Chris. That was just for us. And then Topher versus Yi. That was if Topher won, just you're taking a shot at Topher won. There was no like other side to that coin. So yeah, we have a good amount of shots from this
see.
week.
I see. Okay. So we're
Going
gonna do
back
our
to the
shots
well.
first.
So yeah, I have 3. How many do you have?
I think I have 3.
You have 3 as well. You look at the doc for it. I'll pull it up right now. While
I
we
had
take
2 on
these-
the dock, and then I had 1 for the head-to-head,
the head, right?
if I'm remembering it correctly.
So yeah, we have. I have 3 for. I have 3. Jonathan has 3. Nick has 2. David has 2. Oh yeah, do next week. James has 1. Nia has 1. Ryan has 1. Mike Mo has 1 as well. And then the Corova bar still going on.
Yeah,
And
what? We gotta. He said, I mean, I'm sure we gave him ample time to submit his PTO. Like, what's the holdup here, right? 3 weeks.
Yeah. Art, first shot. Cheers, y'all.
Sure.
Cheers.
Okay. Are we gonna take one separate at the head-to-head, or are we just doing it now?
We can take one separate that if you like.
Okay, I'll take my last one. With you for the anything is possible.
Okay.
Okay.
I have 2 here, and then I'll take one after the video. So.
Ah,
What are you drinking?
fucking
God.
this Truly vodka shit.
Is that 40%? I'm gonna get on people's asses. The shot
It's
not
30%.
Dude, that's some baloney. That's not a true spirit.
They said
Maybe
vodka on the label,
It just
bro.
got one of these bad boys.
Oh god.
Oh, but I'm
I'm
not
taking one.
supposed to enjoy it, bro. Okay, I'll take another one.
Just a little bit.
It tastes every much of 40%. Trust on the side. Trust me.
Oh man. All right. I'm gonna take one more after. Oh, I might not have any. I need to get new handy bars. I have one more after the videos. We're gonna pull up some videos.
Mm.
We have 4
Yeah.
videos today.
Oh my god. Tastes disgusting.
So yeah.
Um,
Good job, Royce, for fucking the whole league. Now we know there's gonna be no shot bets next week. Zero fun. We should put a shot bet in next week though. Thinking about the rookie bowl is this week, so we'll bring that up later. Maybe we'll try to get a league-wide shot bet in that. See how spicy that one is. All right, first one.
Okay.
First things first.
the first one's Topher. Y'all see this
Yeah.
Do you think he has that hat to support his brother?
right here? Ciroc. Oof. I was telling Chris that I was telling Topher that I haven't had Ciroc since I had to have Andrew buy it for me at the liquor store. It's been
Yeah, underrated. One of our first dates, we Tracy and I killed a Ciroc bottle.
oh. Ugh.
Oh,
Apple too? Like
Is it apple or melon?
very nice,
Ugh.
nice Topher.
I think
It's honey melon.
Honey
I didn't even
melon?
know they made that.
Sounds
Only
worse.
OGs be drinking the apple.
that sounds kind of good. All right.
All right.
He took a swig. I think he's just taking one because he owed one before the interest showed up.
Oh,
So he'll get us
one
another beer next week.
Casamigos.
Nice.
He was already sauced, by the way. He was telling me he hit up the Yard House happy hour.
Oh, with his
So he-
coworkers or something.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Mo. Oh, classic. Mike Mo
Little
needs to.
375. He probably went to 7-Eleven right down on the street. All right.
He brings that out golfing with us.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I think you guys just swig it.
Isn't it? Isn't the smaller ones not as cost effective?
Oh, of course not. But I think he didn't have any liquor, so he just has to go buy it.
Two.
All right. 2.
Oh, he's doing
Last one,
three.
Is he
3.
doing 3? Oh, he might have paid them all off.
He said tastes so
All
much
right.
worse when you're 0-7.
Oh, that's why. All right, so he's paid everything off. He's paid off all 3. Good job.
Now the ship's gonna right itself.
I hope so.
Right here.
Anything is possible here. All right.
I see a Ryan drink.
Those
better.
are
Ryan.
little. Those are a little
That's a lot of
light.
air in there.
Those are a little light.
I
No,
hope those are big shot glasses, but
it don't look like.
they don't
it,
look that big. Yeah.
Oof. What is he drinking though?
Apple juice.
Apple juice. I think he's a Henny guy, right?
Ugh.
Oh, he's sipping.
It's
on
probably whatever. It's probably JMO because Royce probably left the JMO in his room when
that.
he
No,
moved out.
that's too dark for Jim. I think that's Henny.
All right, it might be Henny.
All right.
All right. Thank you
Jumping
everyone
back.
for submitting.
Last shot for myself. Cheers.
Oh, I got one more, but oops.
This is actually my favorite portion of the pod.
Yeah, that was
Like
surprising.
watching the people drink before I go to sleep.
Because you watched it and then you didn't comment on like the rest of the show until the
Yeah,
morning.
like, we were like, that was in the middle of the show. What are you doing?
It's like 1
And he,
a.m.
like,
and
skipped to that.
I'm like, I just uploaded the podcast and James is
Oh,
already
shit.
halfway through live reacting.
I think I saw it was like uploaded 10 minutes ago, but like I was already 16 minutes in.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably like the buffering at the beginning, and you just caught it. All right, jumping into our breaking news, waiver wire. Some bigger bids here. I myself bid for Amari DeMarcado 35, 3 bids. David, next closest was David for 15, so definitely too much. Myself, Dak, I bid on Dak for 35. No other bids, so I look like an idiot there. Royce bid on Cortland Sutton 27. The next closest bid was Vin for 14. James got Dalton Kincaid for 35.
26.
26.
26.
I bid for 35, but I wasn't gonna get that. I didn't have enough roster spots. Timmy wanted him 16. Next closest one, but total bids of 5. David, Pierre Strong 12. 2 bids. I don't know what the other one was.
The other
Mike
one
Mo-
was you
Oh, probably for like 7.
for like
I-
$1 probably.
all of my bids were multiples of 7 for Michael, by the way.
Oh, I see.
Did you guys do anything for Michael? On the side one, did you guys do anything with the 7 for Michael? I had everything with multiples
I
of 7.
didn't do anything like
Oh,
I
come on,
didn't. I mean, it was chafing after 3. All right.
Hey,
I
I
managed
tr-
to not
Gonna-
work for 7 hours. I showed up.
yeah.
very nice, very nice.
Very
That's fine.
nice. Very
That's
nice.
fine. So Mike Mo got Miami for 10. Total bids with 2. Roy's got 3. Nick Folk for 7. He said, "Hey, I did it. You told me to bid 7. I bid 7. That's why I put that in there."
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. And total bids with 3. Vin got 2. James got 0. So, any thoughts on the waivers this week?
Chris breaking out the credit card this week.
Yes, sir.
Holy.
Oh yeah, $70. You're right.
What?
Yeah.
So why did you put 35 down for Dak?
I
I
put
think that's
35. I put
the
35
biggest
down for Dak because I thought the quarterback would be the difference maker for my game versus me. He had Derek Carr. I'm like, I'll take him playing Derek Carr, whatever. And I looked at the at the waiver, and I saw like, all right, Dak is a pretty good play this week. That's one thing I'm scared the most of. So, and he bid 32 for Cleveland last week and lost, and he has way too much money, right? I think he has like over 100 something. So if he was willing to bid 32 for a defense, I was like, why not 35 for another
I
quarterback?
see.
So I did that. I was like, I don't know what the bid's gonna be, and then there was no other bids. So and I don't think he bid on anything. So I'm not sure if he forgot or just didn't find anything worthy for it.
never
But-
know with him.
You never know.
Yeah, and then that was my big reason for Dak. Was that the question?
Yes. This guy's already feeling that.
I'm feeling it. I had to be earlier.
James, you
Fuck
might
it.
have to start hosting this thing.
Alright.
You've watched enough times, right?
He's
You know
OG,
how
he's
this
OG
shit,
host.
you know how this shit
He's the
goes.
OG host. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually, I'm a little surprised that Amari DeMarcado, not a lot of people bid on him. I mean, he was the kind of like the jewel of the waiver wire this week. 99% of the snaps. I don't know if that's a real stat, but I think he played most of the snaps.
Yeah, and then Keontae Ingram was like a healthy scratch or something
like
like
a
that.
healthy scratch, like 1 or 2 carries. James Conner
He
is
was riding
coming.
the bench.
James Conner is coming back after
2 weeks, I think.
2 more weeks.
Yeah.
So that could be why. Or James, you didn't bid on him. So what was your thought process?
I wasn't able to find a week to start him in the next 2 weeks. And then even in like the next 4 weeks, I kind of didn't like his matchups, and I just liked my running backs more. So, and I figured like it was gonna cost probably around 25 to get him, and I wasn't ready. Fresh off of tearing up my Zach Evans lottery
Yeah,
ticket,
yeah.
like I wasn't willing to
Oof.
spend on that.
Yeah. I mean, I just put I didn't really want him. I just put the 15 in, just like y'all gonna have to. I'm trying to just set the market. Like y'all can't just have him for free.
Yeah.
Y'all have to at least beat my bid. So I put 15 on it, just to no free lunches here type of deal.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else?
I would just wanted to say I'm like surprised Timmy didn't bid for Pierre Strong again, just
Yeah,
because he knows I have Jerome Ford.
But he
and-
has
he has
But
Kareem
yeah,
Hunt. He's not gonna
yeah,
play
yeah.
both of them. Yeah.
I know, but like, look at my roster. Like, I
I
ain't
mean,
got
if you had to start
nobody.
one, who would you start? He's not going to start both of them just because
Yeah.
I,
Brown running back.
yeah, I guess you're right, but not even like a bid, not even like a $2 bid. Like that's kind of like crazy. But I already. So the reason the reason why I'm upset about that is because
trolling.
I mean, he could have dropped Fournette, bro. Honestly.
There's, you know what? There's that. There's.
I mean, dude. All I'm gonna say is, I heard the news like through last week. It was like Fournette gonna announce on X who he's gonna sign with. I'm like, it's been a week. This fool hasn't announced jack shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. I thought he would. I was gonna say like, how many dollars is Timmy gonna spend on Pierre Strong? I already had that message typed out because he already spent probably $70 on Pierre Strong and Kareem Hunt. Like, in the on the
3
first
weeks
round,
ago, 4
and
weeks
so
ago.
That's
if he
true.
put out 20 again, that'd be almost $100 of just the Cleveland backfield. I already
Shit.
had that message typed out, but I it was just so it was a surprise to me that I won. But
Gotcha. All right. Let's move on. Let's jump into our trades. Ryan receives Brian Robinson. Topher receives Adam Thielen. We woke up early. I woke up early Sunday morning to this, so it was made sometimes early Sunday morning or late Saturday night. Thoughts on this, David? What did you think about this trade here?
um, I think Ryan was talking to me about this trade. Peeling back the curtain, Ryan was talking to me about this trade after golf. I forgot what day that was, James.
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm thinking about sending out Brian Robinson for Adam Thielen. I mean, Thielen's performing like a wide receiver one recently. But no one's biting, right? We all know that eventually Adam Thielen's gonna. I feel like he could have gone maybe a little bit more, maybe from someone else, but he was targeting Brian Robinson, so I didn't think it was that. I mean, you hate to just give up someone that's performing like as a wide receiver one for like
Mhm.
kind of like as a low end wide receiver or running back two who is game script dependent. It
Yeah.
feels bad. So I give Ryan a C, but this is something Ryan's been cooking up like for a while now. And Topher was talking to me actually yesterday when we were going to our concert about his end of the deal for this deal. His excuse was that he was really looking for like sorry Topher if I'm misremembering what we talked about. I know he's gonna call me out on this if
Were
I
you
say
lit
it
or
wrong.
what? Were you lit?
I'm lit right now, so the memory so the memory ain't working as well. But he was talking to me about like how he was just looking for depth, and he really liked what he saw from Adam Thielen numbers wise. He didn't necessarily know the context, and so I essentially explained to him, "You're taking a shot on Adam Thielen, not losing out to Father Time." And Ryan's taking the bet on Adam Thielen losing out to Father Time. So I'm not going to kill you on it if that's the shot you're going to take, but I don't agree with it, but it's not horrendous, so I give him a B minus for that.
All right, James. What are your thoughts on this trade?
This was interesting because I felt like this is a trade that only a rookie could pull off because I think a lot of us have been watching football long enough to understand that like Adam Thielen at his age, there have been many wide receivers who've tried to have like a resurgence in their career, 30 plus, and with way better resumes and have not been able to pull it off. Like you think of like Julio Jones, for example, like most recent history, right? It hasn't looked good. So like for Thielen, I think for me it was hard to pin down his actual value when he's performing at a wide receiver 2, 3, whatever it was. And contextually, like this has to come down somewhere, but like does it come crashing down? Like how hard does it come down? Blah blah blah. But honestly, I think both of them made a decent trade. I think if Topher believes in the ceiling that Thielen provides on a weekly basis, because honestly speaking, he is the best receiver on the Panthers. I think it's fine. And for Ryan to get another, middling running back. I know Brian Robinson's like top 12 or whatever, but like running backs 8 through like 15 swap in and out every week or like accidentally like go into the top 12. So like for Ryan to get a pretty much guaranteed 10 plus points every week, 10 to 12 points every week, like I don't maybe that is what his team needs to keep up. So I thought if I were to give him a grade, I'd give them both a B. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of Robinson. I was looking at the usage. I don't really like the usage right now. So right now, I feel like Brian Robinson is more like matchup dependent. Like it's like more of a flex play. Very like, all right, if he has a good matchup, you play him, right? And if he doesn't, I'm definitely scared to. I'm a big fan of Thielen right now. I like his usage. Like you can't be mad about double digit targets. So and Carolina's going to be behind all the time. So who's he going to look for? He's going to look for Thielen, right? Definitely a craftsmanship by getting you open, crafty, scrappy, hard hat.
Hard hat. Yeah, first in, last out. So cerebral.
But yeah, I just don't like the utilization of Brian Robinson, and I definitely prefer Thielen. And I've been trying to pursue Thielen myself, so maybe I have a bias to it. So I give Ryan a C and Brian Robinson, and then Topher an A.
I mean, sure, like maybe for like just player for player, but in the context of Topher's team, he doesn't exactly have running backs to give up, right? Let's say Derrick Henry was still on his team. Who's he running out? He's running out fucking Justice Hill, Royce Freeman, Jordan Mason. Like who are
Which leads us into our next trade. Go ahead.
We should have just not made any of these trades.
Topher receives Jalen Warren and Jahmyr Gibbs, and I receive Derrick Henry. So James first. What are your thoughts on this trade, James?
I think at a quick glance, it seems very egregious. Just because, again, like a lot of us have been watching fantasy football. We know Derrick Henry doesn't come online until until after Thanksgiving, basically. But to be honest, like Topher needed more running back depth after the Brian Robinson trade. So, well, if I'm being a results based person, he got a win last week off the backs of both of them. So,
all right,
what can you say, right?
Chris, remind me to do this later in the year. Let's just chart how Topher's original team would have done versus his team now, because I feel like the original team would be doing better.
I thought about that segment today when because I have report cards coming up.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, team report cards, and you take a snapshot at the draft team versus at the team at the moment. But it was a segment thought, like a kind of like grade the manager.
Same for next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was a thought that crossed my mind. But yeah, so what were your grades, Jim? Sorry.
I mean, I give Chris an A, and I give Topher an A. Like, he got a win. He's maximizing the usage out of both these guys because I think he has them both starting again. And so, could he have gotten better? Maybe, but like I think that speaks more to like everyone should be asking. Like, even if you think someone's off the market, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah. I will say that sure, he gets the win, but we don't get awards for going to the playoffs. He's gonna make the playoffs, maybe. Probably, but he's got like no upside in the playoffs because he's doing too many 2-for-1s. He's diluting his team too much, is what I was saying to him. Sure, you got your win this week, but you're not exactly like, I mean, you'll make the playoffs, but your team will suffer in the long run to like teams with more ceiling, essentially.
Okay.
Maybe he's got closer sources in Tennessee than we do.
Yeah, and I just took a peek at his draft results. Topher took Jerome Ford in the 11th round, so maybe he knew something. But I think over 90% of his team isn't on his team anymore.
Which is fine. That's pretty good for a rookie. Like, honestly, most rookies kind of hold on to his team.
It's a lot of turnover on his team.
It's a lot for a lot of us can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Especially Timmy. Yeah, so all right, let me peel back the curtain. I don't know if did I tell you about the trade, David?
No, I feel like it was a silent trade. You didn't tell me about it, but Topher was telling me it was like a silent.
I woke up and I saw them like, damn. All right, he needs running backs, so I just threw in a silent trade, and he accepted it. And then he was like, "Hey, like it's not going through." Like, he was like, fuck, like what it's not going to. I'm like, oh, James just needs to wake up and improve it. Like just hang tight. Like I don't think James is up yet. But and then James sent that message. So just a reminder, if you're watching this podcast, James is busy the next couple Sundays. If you got trades to make them before the deadline. Oh yeah, all that good stuff. So just before the kickoff, like before 9:39 ish.
Yeah, before 9:30ish, preferably.
Okay.
No lightning deals on Sundays.
So we can't do that Matt Breida trade again. So.
That's all
But yeah,
good.
yeah, it was a silent trade. Who'd you guys go see last night? Just to throw out
We
there.
saw Fred again.
Oh,
You
okay.
know him? He actually walked through the crowd. We saw him at the shrine. He walked through the crowd. Topher's girlfriend got to slap him on the back because he's like a pretty nice dude. It was a pretty good concert.
Nice. Okay. That's tight. All right. Jumping into our game. Great debate. And more or less, some debates, some questions here. So I'm gonna throw it out to our host here as well. My first question for you is: should you brush your teeth before or after breakfast?
Oh,
I'm gonna let you think about that. So I saw a meme about this today. I don't know if it's hot or not, but I I was just like, should you brush your teeth before
Yeah.
or after breakfast? So
Uh,
go ahead, David. It seems like you're ready to go.
Alice actually asked a similar question to her dentist. The question was, should you floss before or after? So I'm gonna take a similar approach because they can't be too different. So I will say, or the dentist said it doesn't matter. You just gotta fucking do it,
Okay.
right? And so I'm gonna take a similar approach. Me personally, I like brushing before breakfast just because I don't know. I like to, it's just part of the morning routine. You wake up, I like to take a quick rinse, and then I like to brush my teeth, put on my contacts, get ready for the day, and then go into the kitchen and make breakfast if that's what I'm doing that day.
Mhm.
So I'm a brush the teeth first thing in the morning type of guy, but I don't think it matters.
But you don't think it matters. So you're just saying what you do. You don't think it matters. James,
Yeah.
thoughts?
My routine is I brush before breakfast because I like to do. I
Mm.
hate doing the whole like. I like my mornings to be a one way straight to my car to work. So like I hate for me to like brush my like make breakfast, run upstairs, brush my teeth, go downstairs, eat
Mm.
or whatever, and then go to work. So I just roll out of bed, shower, brush my teeth in the shower, and then go down to the kitchen.
Oh, you're a shower brush your teeth guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. The more you know about your brother.
um,
Go ahead,
just
Chris.
no, just a side note. I would say it pretty much comes down to routine. I agree. Like it doesn't matter, just do it. I work out in the morning personally, so I work out, I go eat, then I go up and shower, brush my teeth, and then I go to work.
Oh, so
So
don't talk to you in the morning type beat.
yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
I will say that if I don't do it in the morning and maybe I leave it for after breakfast, sometimes I forget. And then I'm
Mm.
like, I don't know if you guys like on slow mornings, like maybe on the weekends, like your routine's a little off. You have a little extra time to
I see.
yourself,
I know what you mean. I
and
know
then
what you
you're
mean.
like, "Fuck, did I brush my teeth? Like I've just been playing TFT or Val all morning. I've been playing League all morning. Fuck, did I brush? Vanny, Alice is gonna come home soon. Like, fuck, let me get that work in at 12 p.m. type beat."
Okay.
So if I don't brush in the morning, I'm susceptible to forgetting to brush.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the power rankings here. Michael's ranked
that
10.
was it.
Is it just one?
No, that was the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a couple
okay.
more.
We're
No,
not
no.
hopping into the
We're
power
not hopping
rank.
into the power rankings. Not yet. But this question is based off the power rankings here.
Okay.
Michael is ranked 10. I am ranked 8.
Uh-huh.
Should Michael be ranked above me?
Ooh,
If you're looking at
based on
in the power
roster.
rankings, like maybe with roster, maybe some other things, should Michael be ranked above me? Maybe the better question is,
With
do you
Derrick Henry now?
think, just throwing it out there, should Michael be ranked above me? Because he has the same amount of overall wins as me, right? I'm 4-3, and he is 0-7. So if you want to use that citation as well, up to you there. However, yeah, that's just kind of my debate out there. Michael should be ranked above Chris in the power rankings. Thoughts?
First.
Good.
I think Michael should be ranked above you.
Oof.
I think for the power rankings, the stats that matter to me are points per game and consistency, and the overall wins is just kind of a sweetener. But like, I think Michael is averaging more points than you. He's doing it more consistently than you are, and I think that Michael has been very unfortunate that
Mm.
like 5 out of his 7 losses are in single digits. So like if you two schedules had swapped, could it be possible that you're in a similar spot than Michael? But I know that like Michael has had some very peculiar start sits.
Yes.
But I think purely just off of like points per game and like consistency and scoring, like I think he should be ranked above you.
Fair. Okay. Good. David.
Um, just off of a roster perspective this week, I would say that Michael could be ranked above of you just because of, I mean, he's suspect at quarterback. He does have Justin Fields. If he had Justin Fields, I say definitely above you. Puka, I mean, 2 week sample size with Cooper Cup, he looking pretty good. Um, Jordan Addison without which is why I say like this week or the last few weeks he should be, because Jordan Addison's the wide receiver one on the pass happy offense now. Brees Hall's coming back. Rashad White had a good week this week. And so his team's not looking bad. He's got Garrett Wilson. He's got JMO, Kyron on IR, James Conner on IR. I would say like just his roster strength is very good. Um, so I would say he's above you, in that sense. But you gotta make the right decisions. Maybe if he made the right decisions the last 5 weeks or so, his points per game would be up, his consistency would be up. He could be right there in the mix, 6, 7, 8 type of deal. But because points per game is what I think the biggest weight is in the algorithm, and he does make those manager diff adjustments, which lowers it. I think he's down there, but I think just looking, he has a better roster than you do.
Okay. All right. Who's a better rook right now? Talking about we're gonna roll into that a little bit later on, but who's the better rook? We got 2 rooks here. Let's debate it. You got Ryan and Topher. You want to scroll through the rosters. You want to look at the power rankings. Just take a second to think about it. But 2 new rooks here.
Right
Who's
next
doing
to each
well?
other on the power rankings too, right there, 7 and 7.14.
No,
Oh, that's
No.
Topher's at
Chris. Oh,
4.
That's
Topher's
me.
at 4.
Hey, I ain't no rook. Come on now.
Oh, sorry. Just at a
I'm
glance.
a goddamn vet. Excuse you very much. Booty league holding
Yeah.
alligator.
Defending champion.
All right.
All
But
right.
yeah, David, go ahead and kick this off. Who do you think is the better rook or not? One's made more trades. One's made less trades. One, I don't know if you had talks with either, and you can see their power rankings from here. David, what do you think? Who's the better rook?
Me personally, I
Of
might
course.
err on the side of less rather than more trades. Topher does make these. I think Topher and Ryan makes different types of Ricky mistakes. Topher looks at the box score too much. He doesn't understand narrative driven, like not just all about the stats, but like NFL spins these narratives about, like, for example, like older receivers or like situations. I think Topher's more of a box score type of guy,
He's
and
analytical.
I wouldn't say analytic.
He's consequentialist. He's consequentialist.
I wouldn't say analytical, but I would say he's more of a box score watcher. He's not an eyeball test guy, right? And Ryan is more of a draft value preseason rankings type of guy. These are my guys. I picked them through whatever process he did, and I'm not gonna let them go because I believe in them. Type of deal, you know.
Okay.
Um, so they both are at fault. I think they can use some of each other in their fantasy management, which is kind of funny with the dichotomy there.
Mhm.
Overall, I do think Ryan's approach may be benefiting him better because he did wait on Jonathan Taylor. He did wait on Jamar Chase. You know, if this was maybe
Mhm.
on, if you swap the teams, I could see Jamar Chase and Jonathan Taylor being gone from Chris's Topher's team, right?
Fair, fair, fair.
So I think Ryan's got decent depth. He hit on David Montgomery. I would say Ryan's a better manager. His record doesn't seem so, but I would say Ryan.
What do you think, James?
For me, I look through it. I look at this question through a different lens. I look at it as if like who has been a better addition to the league, and
Mm.
I think for at least for me, it's Topher. I don't know Topher as well as Ryan. I know Topher's humorous, but like for Topher's humor to stick with everybody and hit with everybody, like I think it's a great addition, especially when you look at like Ty and Marcus, who he replaced, who are a little more on the quiet side.
Yeah.
Um, I think Topher has been a great addition, so I'm leaning with Topher.
All right. So
And
one
he's
Topher.
making the league fun. Like I think in what 8 weeks so far, he's made more trades than Marcus and Ty has
Ty did.
done combined for the past
Combined.
6
Oh, for
years.
sure, for
But
sure.
I will say Topher did tell me that both trades he made last weekend, he did say he was sleep deprived and he woke up, he saw Chris's trade, he said, "Ah, whatever," accepted it and then went back to sleep is what he said.
Damn.
So
What
you
you're
caught
saying
him
is
at a
Chris is still a rapist.
yeah.
Shit.
He wasn't of consent.
Hey, GGUSD, please
All
excuse
right.
me. This is not true. All right. 4. Me, Nick, Topher, 5-2 teams. Who's the most likely? So all 5-2 teams. Who's the most likely to end up in the toilet? Stake your claim here.
Oof.
You got me 5-2, Nick 5-2. You see their overall wins. You see their points per games very high. Topher 5-2 as well. Very high points per games. You can see their rest of season roster, their power rankings, whatever, however you want to input it. But maybe none if you want to make that claim if you had to. But if you had to choose one, or if you really had to, none of them. But what's your debate on which 5-2 teams gonna end up in the toilet? Because we've seen it before. We've seen someone start 5-2 and end
That's
up in the
me,
toilet, being
I think.
complacent. All right. So yeah, whoever's ready, you could kind of take a second to go over it.
I think
Yeah.
Topher's slide could start this week. Who's he
Okay.
playing? Ryan next week. He's playing.
So not this week. David went to go look next week. He's like, okay, definitely not this week.
Royce. He's got a pretty easy schedule coming out next week. Jonathan. All right.
Okay.
I would
Fine starts
say
7-2. That's what you're saying. 7-2. Is he really gonna
no.
slide?
I
Go ahead.
would say Topher is the most susceptible. If any of them, I mean, they're all sitting pretty good right now. Nick's team's been looking good. He's had a couple good plays, like just manager diffing. Ngee's team's really strong. Actually, okay, is this a hot take?
I'll say.
I was saying at the beginning of the year, Ngee's team don't look that strong. Looking
Mm,
back, do you agree? You all said his team was looking like invincible. And I said it's pretty good, but it ain't invincible. What do you
That's
guys
because you're
thinking
the
now?
first one to take him down. I
That's
think
because
it's still.
go
I think
ahead.
it's still tough. I think I don't know. It's a scary
Invincible
team.
still.
I think relative to everyone else's roster, I think his is the best roster. Like by no means is it like bulletproof because like his Achilles heel is still quarterback.
Yeah.
Year after year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think Knee falls out of the playoffs. I don't think Nick falls out of the playoffs. I don't think Topher's team falls out of the playoffs. Like between Topher and Nick's teams, they're not as deep as Knees, right? I think Knees is a lock if he takes an injury, right? But Topher's and Nick's team is a little bit scarier if an injury were to happen. Um, but like I would pick all three of them in the playoffs, but gun to my head, I probably feel the least confident with Topher's team. Just like because David mentioned earlier, like the upside just isn't there, and like
All right. Humor me a little bit about Knee's team. All right, running backs. He's got Swift, surefire top 12, but he's got Mixon. By name, he should be doing well, but he's barely RB2 on the season. He's got Mostert with a Devon A-Chain problem and a Jeff Wilson problem now. And he's got James Cook, who's been losing red zone snaps to Latavius, right? So those three I would say at the beginning of the game, just on name value, looked pretty good. But as the season progresses, I would say like 2 out of the 4 of them are losing work, and Joe Mixon, I don't know what the hell is going on with him. He's just not performing, right? You do got Devontae Adams with the shoulder. I don't know how much you put into the shoulder injury, but um, he's was that 4 games in a row, 11 points or less from Devontae Adams, right? So it's just Tyreek Hill and a quarterback problem on top of that. So what do you and Debo Smith and Debo Samuel's being banged up.
I think that's what you need for the booty though. I think if you want to win the booty, you need the ceiling. Like if you want to be complacent at like 6th place, like 5th place, like at least I'm not getting the toilet, fine. But honestly, I think you go yard and you definitely fuck it. Like if I get the toilet in the process, whatever. Like I can figure it out then. But I think you need the ceiling to get a chance at the booty.
So
yeah, I think for like year over year, right? It's always like the 500 teams fighting for the last 3 spots for the playoff. I just don't see Knee's team going 7-7.
Yeah. But Chris's team last year barely made the playoffs, 8th seed.
Oh, my team was good though. I don't know what you're talking about. My team was good though.
It had a late surge, which is what I'm saying. I think we were talking about the beginning of the year. Knee's team was peaking too early.
Mm-hmm.
You need the late peak, which I mean, I guess that can be for another time. But whose team's peaking like late?
That's 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, I know. All right, so you think Knee, David?
I think gun to my head, I ain't about to make this mortgage payment. I need to go to Vegas and bet on one team to fall out. It's Topher.
Okay. James?
If someone said Vanny's Life or one of these teams, I'd pick Topher.
Okay.
Marginally.
All right, marginally. All right, next one. Is it okay to wear socks with sandals? Is it okay to wear socks with sandals?
Okay, go ahead.
Dude, I do this shit all the time, and it fucking bothers Vanny like crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't wear it in public. Like I wear it to the car. Like if we go out, I'm gonna wear sandals, but have socks on for whatever reason. Then I just fucking wear my socks with my sandals. And Vanny's always like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, walking in public. But like when I get into the car, we hit a red light. I take off the socks.
Okay.
To answer your question, you should not be doing that.
I've worn socks. The only time I wear socks and sandal, I do it personally. The only time I do it is when I'm going to play sports. So I'll wear my socks.
The athlete look is okay.
I'll wear my socks and I'll have sandals like with the toe strap, whatever, or my Birks. It doesn't really matter, but I'll do both of them. I'll wear my socks and sandals when I don't want to wear my indoor basketball shoes, but I also don't want to put on shoes. I'm gonna just take them off after, right? So the sandals fit better in my sports tote or whatever I use, and I have my shoes in there. So when I'm going to play indoor basketball, I don't want to wear my indoor basketball shoes
Outside. No, you
outside,
can't.
right? You
Absolutely,
can't.
you can't. Yeah,
So I
you
wear
can't.
my socks and sandals there, and I wear them to when I go play tennis. I actually did it today. I had tennis practice today, and I wore socks and sandals because I don't want to wear down my tennis shoes like on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
commute.
absolutely.
Right?
Okay.
So the only time I wouldn't do it like if I'm going to like South Coast Plaza, I'm shopping, I want to wear sandals today, but I
Mm,
also want to wear socks today. I wouldn't do that. But for like sporting events and just like running to the mailbox, right? If I have
yeah,
shoes on and socks on for whatever reason, I'll go to the mailbox with my socks and sandals.
gotcha. Okay,
But yeah.
fair. All right. Hey, you were playing indoor basketball. Hit me up. All right. Another one. Timmy would have two booties. See, he's 1-1. Timmy would have two booties if he was willing to trade.
Agreed.
Would Timmy have two
It
booties if he
wouldn't
was
be.
willing to trade?
I want to say as quick of an egregious as as
Agreed. I think Timmy. Okay, so I don't know how much homework Timmy does. I don't know how much like contextual stats he looks at or blah blah blah. But like one thing I know about Timmy is he has really good instincts, and I think he has really good instincts. But the past this year and last year, he's shooting himself in the own foot by not making a trade. Um, whether that's by hubris or idiocy, but I think Timmy would have back to back booties.
Okay.
kind of flipping that question on its head. If Timmy traded more, he could have 0 booties,
Oh, okay. So you,
right?
you think he wouldn't get any? Okay.
He wouldn't have had if he traded those players last year or 2
Yeah.
years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
An argument could be made that he wouldn't have had because he sticks to his guys for better or for worse, and that's probably what led him to that booty. And if he were to more susceptible to trades, then I don't think he would have maybe won that one.
Okay.
Again, not looking at his roster or this is just anecdotally.
Fair. Okay. Just a quick question. All right. On the flip side, Ryan. Shoot, is this right?
This
Ryan
guy's
Tim-
lit, bro.
It's your question.
Ryan Timmy.
It's redacted for
It's-
us.
It's not. I said Nick, but that's not right. Ryan, Timmy, and Vintuk are losing records: 3-4, 2-5, and 2-5. On the flip side, who's most likely to make it to the booty between these three teams here? You got Ryan 3-4, Timmy 2-5, and then Vintuk 2-5. With the rosters as it stands, or power rankings, however you want to look at it, who's most likely to flip the switch and make it to the booty?
Flip the switch. So you got Ryan.
Yeah,
Vintuk.
3-4, and the other ones are 2-5. I'm not even including Michael.
You're not even gonna. I was gonna say you're not including Mike.
He's done. He's playing for week 15. He's done. He's done. Michael, don't make a goddamn trade. Keep your team and just don't get the toilet at this point. All right.
That's a good one.
Any thoughts here? Like, if you had, if you had to choose one, or you could do the same argument. Like, I don't think any of them, but guns to my head, blah blah blah.
Okay, I'm gonna just take Timmy's team out of it. So it's just a Ryan versus Vin, right? Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just gonna speak my mind right now. We
Go
can
ahead.
walk through it. I like Ryan's team. I like the upside. He's got a couple holes. I do like the upside. He has depth. Depth is a double-edged sword. You never know who to play. Obviously, Gabe Davis being a example for this week. But I can see Vin's team peaking right at at the right time, right? You got Waddle underperforming, you got Eckler underperforming, you have Joe Burrow underperforming, Deontay's coming back, DK's coming back. I can see a possibility there, like those players hitting at draft day value, maybe. But I like Ryan's team right now, how like with our sample size that we have. So I would say, gun to my head, Ryan could make a run at it, but don't discount Vin.
Okay.
My pick is actually Vintuk. I think his team is primed to blow up because these guys are vastly underperforming. And like you can't imagine a world where Joe Burrow doesn't start performing again, right? You can't imagine a world where Waddle is, not putting up the same numbers he did last year, right? Goddard has been up and down to start the year too, and like now he's starting to be more involved. And I think from a roster perspective, I definitely think Ryan has more upside on his team, but I like Vin Took's team too, and I think I give the edge because he is a veteran, he is savvy.
Okay. Okay,
All
so
right.
we're on opposite sides here.
But also agreed, Timmy's going straight to the toilet. So let's jump into week 7. All right, Michael versus Chris. I got the dub barely. James versus Timmy. James got the dub. A sweep there. Royce versus Jonathan. Jonathan. Ryan versus David. David won. Got the sweep there between the co-hosts at the time. Yi versus Topher. Topher. Very spicy pick. We have
Very
to take a shot for
spicy.
that.
Well,
And,
also spicy. Also, anything is possible candidate.
Oh,
Jonathan
hey,
picking
hold him down.
No, Jonathan picking Topher.
Oh, that
to
is a
win
candidate.
there,
Now I think
right?
about it. That is a candidate there.
Yeah.
All right, Vincent versus me. Vincent versus Nick. Nick got the dub there. So just a reminder about what happened last week. David 3-6 had to take a shot for it.
Oh yeah.
Myself 5-6. I was so close to going 5 for 6 there. And then our guest 5-6 as well.
Wow.
We flopped picks between me and Topher, and then Michael and Chris. So my anything is possible. Damn, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, Jonathan picking Topher.
Well, I will.
Go ahead.
I will say that Jonathan is a sports bettor, and maybe he had some intuition. You can't pick favorites all the time because you're gonna lose that parlay. You gotta pick some upsets. So I would say Jonathan's sports betting intuition came into play there, whether he knew it or not. Like he almost hit that parlay, and I mean Jonathan is a very savvy sports bettor.
Yeah,
and that could have played a role.
Okay, good to know. I'm gonna have to bang his line for some lines, by the way. So anything is possible. F you, Michael. You thought you could get a dub on me on Monday? Come on, fam. Addison got this performance of his life. But yeah, no, for real, the Topher dub over me after making trades. Yeah, we all counted him out. He made 2 trades on within right before kickoff. Got the dub. That's a possibility. However, I am giving it to Jonathan. Jonathan overcomes Bijan with like a 1 snap outing, like 0.3 points, like 1 snap ish, and just to beat Royce by 0.9 off of Ayuk barely putting enough in like the first half, 3 quarters ish. Didn't get anything else at the end of the game, and still gets the dub. So this goes to Jonathan. We're winning the game by 9, by less than 1. Cheers. Any thoughts on the week, James?
Dude, Monday night was pretty exciting, huh? I think we're a little overdue for a Monday Night Miracle. I feel like it's been a while. But if you want to count Jonathan's as a Monday Night Miracle, because Ayuk did just enough to get him the win.
I think the last catch of the game or something.
It came down to the last catch. Chris was watching the Monday night game at my place, I could have built a fucking brand new house with the amount of bricks he was shitting. Watching Addison go off. So it was a pretty exciting Monday night. I think Jonathan's win was definitely overshadowed by how spicy the 0-7 game was.
Oh yeah, for sure. That Addison catch at halftime, I was like, what? I was shitting some bricks at that time. Oh my god, dude. Fucking trash ass corner. All right. Did you have any takes on this week, David?
No, but in another league that I'm in, I did need Addison to score over like 22 points or something. So that was a Monday Night Miracle for me. In my other league, I'm not doing too well, but that kept me into play. I think that kept me in playoff contention in my other league. So I did enjoy the Addison Monday Night Miracle. Sorry, Mike Mo.
All right, let's jump into our power rankings this week. Not too much change as we've seen. 8, 9, 10, 1 8, 9, and 10 stay the same. Royce drops pretty significantly, and some people move up because that's the case. Timmy moves into 12. Vincent moves up.
Let's
Um,
go.
and Vincent moves up with that overall record and just all kinds of stuff. So with that being said, I just want to bring attention here before you guys give your breakdown of it. Nick's team has a power ranking score of 279, and Yee's team has a power ranking score of 236. Is Nick's team really no diff to Vinny's team? I kind of dropped this in the chat the other day, but what are your thoughts on there?
I
Is it
wouldn't say no diff. I think Yi, like, okay, if you're Vinny, it's very easy to play the players he has, right? But for Nick, like, um his I think he's improved by a really, really wide margin over the last like year or so, as a manager. And you could tell, I mean, you see it going into draft day, right? Like ETN, like a lot of people going into the draft were really low on ETN.
Yep.
But ETN's only been blowing up. So I think I had to give props to Nick. And I think he should be up there with me.
Okay.
I think his team is very good. He does have very good wide receivers. I think he has good wide receivers. I don't think his team is as good as Yi's team just because I can see regression coming from Travis Etienne. I mean, he's got 6 touchdowns in 3 weeks. That's like 12 points right there. And I want to say that his running back core, if Travis Etienne could keep it up, but if he does
Yeah.
regress and doesn't explode as much, he is a little suspect at running back or that running back 2 position.
Yep.
But that's where the manager diff comes into play. So if he's finding these gems on the waiver wire to plug and play, Yi's team is just like you have the horses, you just gotta know which ones to play. I think he could be at Yi's level if he was a little bit more savvy with his lineup decisions, kind of like what James was saying. But just if they were the same manager, I would say Yi's team's better. But if Nick can overcome the manager diff with savvy management, then he could be in the same caliber. But it's gonna take a little bit more skill.
All right. James, any other thoughts on the power ranking?
No, I think we're gonna see maybe a little more movement than what we've seen the past, like this week and last week, just because like you have these
Middling teams,
4-3 teams and 3-4 teams, and like people are gonna be going 4-4. People are gonna go, 5-4 or 4-5 the following week. So you might see a little more action, but.
Okay, what do you guys think about me being at number 9 for 6 weeks in a row? No movement.
Yeah, your team's shit.
What?
I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm gonna look at it.
What do you guys think? I've just been at 9. I don't think my power rankings. I've been waiting. I don't want it to go up or down. I have no idea what the hell is going on here.
I got you.
But number 9 for 6 weeks in a row. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
I think it's because like when the past couple wins that you've had, they weren't like real spike wins. I think you were scoring below your average, I want to say, or like not very high enough to move the needle on your points per game. But I think 9 sounds about right.
I definitely think your previous weeks are holding you down. So if you can,
I've had a couple 110 plus weeks,
100,
and I've had
crazy.
50 minus.
Exactly.
Minus 50.
You have that 12 consistency for that reason, right? You have
I know.
You have like 2 50s and then like a 130, 120. I'm like, come on, like, so that gives you that low overall wins. That gives you that very low consistency. So I can see that being right there. Honestly, maybe I would say if anything, you're above me. You'd be at 8. maybe Michael would be above you as well. So Michael would be 8. I should be at 10, and you should be at 9 still.
What the All right. All right.
So yeah.
All right. Fine. So the algorithm knows what it's doing.
Yeah, I would say
All
so.
right. All right. Let's go. Let's move on to the matchups. We're
All
running
right.
a little long today.
Of course. So first matchup, myself and Yi. I gotta abstain here. Let's have James run through this, and then we can agree or disagree. James, go ahead.
Okay.
If you can.
So Kristen Yee. For the quarterbacks, I'm going to take Mahomes over Derek Carr. For the running backs, I feel a lot more confident with, of course, CMC and your newly acquired
the
Derrick
fuck?
Henry.
What I do see
Um,
going on is that Derrick Henry gets traded, doesn't play for like 2 weeks, so it could be.
But also, I went to the playoffs last year because CMC got traded to the Niners.
That's true too.
For the wide receivers, I don't think anyone's gonna not take Tay and Tyreek.
Hell no.
For the tight end position, I'll take Hawkinson over Pitts. I know Pitts has been a lot more involved lately and producing a lot more, but ever since Jay Jettas went down, Hawkinson has only had his target share increase, and I think pretty significantly too. So like, I think Hawkinson is a better play. Between the two running backs at your guys' flex, I'm going to take Mostert over Javonte. Javonte has started to look better, but I don't think Mostert is going to. I don't think Jeff Wilson getting healthier is going to take away chip away at Mostert's like usage significantly. And between the kickers and the defense, I think it's kind of a push.
Okay. David,
I have the almost.
there?
I have almost the exact same breakdown, but I have Chris winning. You have.
I got Yee winning.
Yeah, I have Chris winning with the exact same breakdown. I guess I see it as maybe closer than you do.
No, I gotta get our record up for the guests.
I think
The
Gee's
host is
Achilles.
thinking I got a Zag.
Okay, but Gee's rolling out Derek Carr versus Indianapolis. Like
Indy's not that scary yet. When you
Derek
throw
Carr
him
is
out.
not that scary either.
There's that too. All right. I can't say anything. I got myself winning, of course. You know how it goes. So yeah, we got a difference between James and David there.
Wait, let me add.
Go ahead.
Vin, are you James? Are you rooting for Derek Carr after he's left the Raiders, or you want that guy to like shit the bed?
And kick rocks.
All
Okay.
right, James
All right,
versus
so-
Vin.
If you're not willing to take a veteran minimum to stay with the team, are you actually loyal?
All right, I'm gonna jump into James and Vin here. James versus Vin. I will do this one first. I got quarterback going to James. Josh Allen already went off here. I got running backs going to James. I really like the matchups. I would say, and just the running backs themselves. So I got James here. But wide receivers, I got to push between Drake London, Jacoby Myers, and then I'm gonna say Metcalf and Waddle. I got to push there. Tight ends, I got James, Mark Andrews, you know what it is, and then flex. You're looking at Deontay Johnson if he's healthy versus Dameon Pierce. I'm gonna go with Deontay Johnson against Jacksonville. Oh wait, flex there. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going. Yeah, so actually I'm going Vin there. Excuse me. Deontay Johnson over Dameon Pierce. Defense kicker don't make a difference, but definitely a big if with the Deontay Johnson health there. Dave, what do you think?
Kind of similar to you. For James's team at least, I might play Pittman versus New Orleans. If I was him over Dameon Pierce at Carolina, I don't know what James' thought process going into there is, but Dameon Pierce has been losing work, if I remember correctly, to Devin Singletary, maybe like last week. After the bye, they could be changing up something. So I might play Pittman, but that'd be the only change I would make to James's team at least. But I do have James winning this week anyway, regardless.
Okay. And James, you got yourself, right? Any differences? Anything you want to input about this matchup?
I think it will come down to the flex because is Deontay healthy? Because I know he didn't practice today, surprisingly. And with my flex, I'm still flipping around my options. I'm sitting Pittman regardless. I think Marshawn puts the clamps on him. But I
Mm.
do like Christian Watson's matchup, even though their offense looks like shit.
Wait, does
And
Marshawn shadow?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure he does.
and I do have single carry. If I want to put stock into the tea leaves of single carry being a better fit, but 2 weeks ago, single carry didn't get a carry.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
single carry.
All right. Let's jump into Michael versus. Oh yeah, Michael versus Jonathan. Let's go with James breaking this down.
Oh, me again?
I think.
Okay.
Let's do
So, a lot of us don't. 7 of us don't have the cloud over our head of whether we're giving Mike Mo his first game of the year or not. So I was hoping Chris could liberate us from this dark cloud, but
Nope. Hell no.
But let's break down this matchup. So I like Jonathan's quarterback more. I think Herbie at home versus Chicago would be a better look than Minshew versus New Orleans. Chicago has been getting better. They are getting healthier on defense, but I still believe in the Chargers offense. Between the running backs, Rashad White and Brees Hall is who I'm picking. Aaron Jones is a good player, but this offense doesn't look very good. And Bijan's matchup against Tennessee, I know Tennessee is pretty stout against the run, even though Bijan is the second coming of Adrian Peterson. It looks like.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna lean towards Michael's side. The wide receivers, however, I'm leaning towards Jonathan. I think Chris Olave and Cooper Kupp are more. I feel more confident about them than Joe Adderall and Puka.
You gotta flip that.
interesting to
But
see.
heads up, you gotta flip that. But I would say it's Keenan and Puka.
Oh, you're taking Keenan and Puka?
Yeah, as the wide receivers are. So what are your thoughts? Are Keenan Puka versus Cup Olave, and then Olave and Ayuk are kind of interchangeable there. So what are your thoughts between? I would say it's Keenan Puka as the wide receiver core versus your choice of Cup and whoever else.
I'll lean the Keenan Puka side.
Yeah, so that's why I have Michael personally. But go ahead.
But the way I see it right now, Olave and Cup versus Adderall and Puka, I'm taking Jonathan's side.
Okay.
With the tight ends, I think this is a tie. Waller is pretty boomer bust. And we saw, week 1 what this Jets defense did to the Giants. I'm not sure that changes. But I think Michael Mayer is going to be a little bit more involved this week.
This is coming from the inside the league.
And I might have very close sources, but and then at the flex between Ayuk and Keenan, I'm taking Keenan.
Of course.
I don't know if Purdy's hurt or not, because he's in the concussion protocol. Nobody's made it out after 1 week in the concussion protocol. It takes 2 weeks, so we'll see. But as it stands, I'm gonna take Keenan.
Good point.
And then kickers and defense, I think it makes a slight difference.
Yeah, I think we mostly agree. I think actually Jonathan could be susceptible to being beaten this week by Mike Mo. And the diff here is Gardner Minshew. Can he get to 20 points? I think if he gets and we have a sneak peek on Thursday. I think another question would have been Rashad White because he hasn't been doing that well recently.
Absolutely.
But we do have a sneak peek, 14 points, not bad, right? I
Hell no,
think
no.
he
That's running
could
back
get
defense,
it
right?
this week. Like you have Cooper Kupp and Puka, they have the same matchup, so they could lock down Cooper Kupp and Puka could eat just like last game. I think similar thing happened. Keenan Allen facing a susceptible Chicago defense. I think is Chicago susceptible?
Yes.
Because
they've turned it around last week. We'll see how it goes if they made the appropriate
Raiders
adjustments.
dog shit.
But and then flipping it onto Jonathan's side, Brian Robinson has an Algier problem. Aaron Jones not at 100%. Darren Waller boom bust. Tight end. So I think Mike Mo has a chance.
Okay.
Gun to my head, Jonathan's winning.
So yeah, when I made the observations, those are the questions I asked you. I'm gonna go spicy this week, and I'm gonna try to get ahead of the game. I think I got Michael winning this week, and Jonathan's gonna be taking that shot for Michael winning.
All right, all right. I want Michael to win because I think I faced Michael next week, so I don't want to give him the first win.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha. Very selfish of you.
yeah.
All right. Let's jump into Timmy versus David here. I will break this down. I got. Let me pull this up real quick. Sorry about that. Real shit.
I have Jonathan winning, by the way.
Okay. So Jonathan versus myself, Michael. Timmy versus David here. I'm gonna be honest. It's just David all the way. I'm kind of giving just because of the matchups. I'm giving the running backs to Timmy. Pollard versus the Rams, Kareem Hunt versus Seattle, compared to Barkley versus the Jets and Najee Harris versus Jacksonville. Other than that, I'm giving everything to David. I got David winning this like easy. So anything else besides that?
Even the tight end.
Even the tight end. Taysom Hill, Juwan Johnson is not playing. Green Bay's offense looks like shit. So as if Juwan Johnson doesn't play, Taysom Hill is a great play. James, any thoughts?
I actually like Timmy's wide receiver and flex over David's. I like his matchups more. I don't, I know Shaheed is always not the greatest play, but I'd like to play over Lockett against Cleveland, and the 49ers are their cornerbacks are pretty weak, so I can see a Higgy blow up game, but I don't think it's enough for him to pull off the window.
I will say I want to get you guys' opinion on this. I'm thinking about playing
Dubs over Lockett. Yes.
Dobbs over Lockett. What about Rishi Rice? I was thinking Rishi Rice against Denver.
Rishi Rice.
Yeah, Rishi Rice. You're right. Rishi Rice.
So Lockett's just in there for the percentage,
Gotcha,
but I'm gonna make that. Obviously, I'm not gonna play Lockett. I'm gonna make the switch at the last second.
Okay.
But what about Hendog over Najee versus at Jacksonville? But Hendog's against Dallas, obviously. So
I would lead Najee still. He's still getting over 50% of the snaps. You got 17 touches last week. Averaging 15 touches, you can't be mad about.
He just doesn't get to Pittsburgh. Doesn't get to the red zone at all. Like they're so bad. But okay, yeah, I'll play Dobbs or Rice over Lockett. Obviously,
I would agree with that. One of those, your choice there. I would agree with that. Of those. All right. I would say this is going to be a league-wide shot bet here in the last. We haven't had a rookie bowl in a minute.
You missed Nick versus Royce.
Oh my bad.
Let me. I'll break that one
Save the main event for last.
Yeah.
My bad.
Quarterbacks Goff versus Purdy. I have Royce winning that one. Goff winning out against Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, Ken Walker versus Travis Etienne and Foreman. I have Royce winning out just because that workload's there. I'm not sure what Roshan's status is. I don't think Travis Etienne's going to get 2 touchdowns 4 weeks in a row again. So that regression is coming. And I don't know the status on what's Roshan, so I do lean Royce's. Wait, why did I put Nick here?
Yeah, I don't know why you put Nick there. That's what I was
gonna say. Royce, you're right. Or did I? Yeah, okay. And then wide receivers, I have a sneak peek, 15 points Godwin versus 10 points from Stephon Diggs, or 11 points from Stephon Diggs. So I do lean Royce here. But if I didn't have the sneak peek, obviously Stephon Diggs versus Amon-Ra, you obviously lean Nick there.
Yeah.
But I do have Royce here. Tight end, Laporta versus Kittle. I have it as a tie here. Both of them boom, both of them bust. Flex, I lean Nick here. I have Zay Flowers versus Josh Downs.
Yep.
Josh Downs been going off for the past few weeks. Good pickup. But Zay Flowers also, I guess it's a rookie bowl here. Zay Flowers versus Josh Downs. I do lean Nick here. I do like Zay Flowers' increased workload and increased target from Lamar Jackson. But I have Royce winning here. I don't think lightning's gonna strike twice for Deonta Foreman, so that's the reason I lean Royce here.
Okay. James, any thoughts?
I think this match boils down to whether Brock Purdy and Kenneth Walker are healthy. But I picked Nick because contextually, quarterback is more replaceable for Nick than Kenneth Walker is for Royce, because I don't think Royce has another running back on his roster.
Dude, he has Charbonnet.
He has Charbonnet, and Charbonnet is healthy. So luckily, Charbonnet just got off the injury report. Luckily.
Okay, so you're gonna play Charbonnet.
That's a
Against
third round
Cleveland.
rookie.
Against Cleveland.
Oh, you're right.
So I'm leaning Nick.
That's a
'cause,
pick up Antonio Gibson type beat.
No shit.
Yeah.
No
like,
shit.
on
no
the
shit.
worst case scenario where both of them are injured, I think Nick has an easier time replacing the points from the quarterback position. And best case scenario, Kenneth Walker gets Cleveland. So it's going to look pretty bad either way.
Okay.
All right.
I got Nick. Same idea as James. I definitely got. It's going to be very close, but I got Nick winning this.
Oh wow, you guys really like Travis Etienne and Deonta Foreman this week.
Yeah, Foreman proved himself last week versus and then he's playing the Chargers.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
what you got the game, by the way? $45.
I think Foreman keeps the red zone looks, and I think Roshan picks up where he left off as the passing down back.
Okay.
All right. Our very last rookie bowl. It's got to be a league-wide shot bet here. I would love to see it to be league-wide shot bet if you're here in the podcast. Yeah, just give the rookies their flowers. They're both into this. For myself, quarterback Jalen Hurts versus Tua. Gonna give it to Jalen Hurts. Running backs Jonathan Taylor, Miles Sanders versus Jahmyr Gibbs and Warren. I'm gonna say that's a push with the matchups. Jonathan Taylor versus New Orleans is tough. Gibbs, if he has a workload versus Vegas, he should be okay. So yeah, I'm giving a push there. Let's go into the wide receivers. I got Ryan. He's got Chase and Cooper versus Thielen and McLaurin. You know what? That might be closer, I think, but I'm gonna slightly lean Ryan. Tight end, Kelsey Swift is gonna be Kelsey. And then if I'm looking at DeAndre Hopkins versus Christian Kirk, I'm gonna go. Oh man, depending on the quarterback play and versus Atlanta, I'm actually having to change my vote here and go Ryan for my flex. So that's my fault there. However, I am rooting for Topher. My heart's rooting for Topher.
Okay, peeling back the curtain, this guy's got Ryan winning in 4 of the 5 categories, and he's got Topher winning.
Hell yeah, let's go, Topher.
This is a heart over brain pick.
Hey, this is why I don't win in Vegas. That's for damn sure. Any thoughts here?
I have Ryan winning in almost every single category, but I do have Topher winning this week.
You're talking shit. Come on now.
But in reality, I think it's a.
This is for a shot there, by the way. So who you got?
I think I have Topher winning this one.
Let's go.
I don't know why. I just have the feeling.
Let's go.
James, come on. Keep the guest. Keep the guest alive.
My heart tells me Topher, but my eyes tell me Ryan.
You gotta pick one.
Shit. He has all Ryan.
Because everyone's been on the podcast, so you guys know what goes on the doc, right? All 3 of us literally have 4 out of 5 Ryan, and we all picked Topher to win. All right, I think we all have Topher.
My heart. My heart of hearts tells me Topher.
Right. Good luck, Topher.
Good luck, Topher. All right, that's gonna be a league-wide shot bet. Drop your comments, whatever you're thinking. Any of the great debates you wanna pitch in, Socks versus Sandals, brushing your teeth, Topher versus Ryan, whatever you gotta do. Go ahead and drop your comments down. Anything else, David?
That's about it for me. James, you want anything to say to the rest of the league?
Halfway through the regular season, uh, I hope that no one does better in the back half because I would like to make the playoffs.
Oh,
Okay.
and did it not come out of? I will say that did it not come out of left field that Mike Mo was already thinking about keepers and like changing the keeper rules to see if like it could, because he's already thinking about the keeper value and about not because it in his eyes like it's Jover for him.
Poor guy, dude.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that he is like building in keeper value into his trades because I know my boy has been trying to cook up chicken salad.
Oh
Like, he's in love with chicken shit. But the fact that he framed it into like, hey, let's look into already revising the rules
yeah.
next
It was
year.
like 9 a.m. is like a paragraph about changing the keeper,
Oh my
and I'm like,
God.
this man's been in the fucking lab, bro.
All right.
All right.
And thoughts. I want your quick feedback on my 7 miles for Michael.
That's a beast.
What do you think?
You're an absolute unit for
No,
that.
not for that. For the shit talking. Not for the absolute unit part. I don't care
The
about
copy
that.
pasta.
Yeah, for the copy pasta.
That was good. That
Very
was
dang
good. That was
pasta.
very
Okay.
that was very dank. I did not expect that that morning, but that was very dank.
I was hoping someone would put some more sevens in, man. Good shit. All right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you
Good
for
luck this
joining.
week, y'all. Thank you,
Good luck,
James.
everybody.